Hi guys, hello everybody who is watching this. My name is JoJo, and I phew, this is the first time I record. Well, not really the first time, but um, I actually record something that I plan to post, and we'll see if I post it or not. But um, I really want to talk about um, I did ayahuasca for the first time, and how that changed my life. Um, and like more than I expected, honestly. And again, like this isn't, telling people, oh, go do ayahuasca right now. No. It can be, everybody has a different experience with it. This is just my experience. So I definitely go do your own research. Go, figure stuff out for yourself, look it up yourself. Do not go, do it just because of my testimony and my experience with it. Like if you that's you. I'm just here to share my experience. But so let's talk about a little bit about my past. Um, you know, I I grew up. I was raised by my mom. She was a single mom. I had an older sister. We have different dads. I went to boarding school because I live in a not so safe area in Philadelphia. So my mom didn't want us to grow up in that setting, in that space. So she sent us to boarding school, for protective, reasons. Um, I didn't really do too well in boarding school. I was the only like light skinned Hispanic, so I was getting kind of like bullied a lot for that. And I was getting bullied a lot for that. I was just really, an oddball out. I did have like a few friends, not many though, but it was really hard for me to kind of like really open up to people I felt, and I was very shy, things like that. Went trigger warning as well, trigger warning. I do talk about self harm and maybe probably, like suicidal things, mental health related issues. So if, that'll trigger you, please maybe don't watch this video. And I also want to apologize for like how this video is gonna be put together because this is gonna be my first video. I probably won't edit it because I don't have anything to edit it. I don't really know how to do this. I just kind of felt really called to talk about this and post it. So yeah, but I started struggling with self harm, and I was like eating disorder, suicidal. I was in and out like mental facilities pretty much throughout my entire high school, like since like 8th grade until I graduated high school. I ended up getting expelled from the boarding school I was going to because they didn't have like the emotional support that I needed. So I had to leave there, and then I went to like a residential for like mental health things, related. The doctor was telling me, he was like, you've been in and out of the hospital like so frequently that if we let you out now, you'll just be back during Christmas. Like there's a pattern. Like you're back every couple like months, I think it was. So we're gonna send you to a residential, and hopefully you'll be there long enough that when you leave, you won't come back again. You'll be able to be really steady and on your feet. So I went to the residential, and I was there my entire 9th grade year. So I didn't go to school I had school there. Um, so then I went to high school um, in 10th grade. And, I graduated and everything like that. I was still going in the hospital, but not as frequently. Um, all that stuff. Went to college for finance. Um, yeah, wasn't really my thing. I was just kind of doing it because I wanted to make money. And it wasn't really a passion though. I was really good at math. I liked math. But finance wasn't really something I realized just recently I didn't really want to do. Um, so fast forward, I just recently decided to get a life coach. Um, like 3 4 months ago. Um, I I I just felt like really called to just start working with somebody because I'm a very spiritual person and I was like, struggling a bit. So I was working with her, and then she, set up this retreat, and I just came back from it yesterday. And, it was an ayahuasca retreat, and that was the first time I did ayahuasca. And it was a very beautiful ceremony. It was, oh my gosh, like, so much came up that I didn't really expect, and it literally, like, I feel like, honestly, like, I want to say, I came back, like, there's this one testimony I saw, it was very, very beautiful. She was like, I'm not coming back a different person, I'm coming back more me than I've ever been. And that was so beautiful, and it was so gorgeous, and I loved it. But for me, I honestly feel like it was kind of both for me. I came back like a different person, but this different person is, the real me versus like this distorted me that I thought I was before going. And so, the ceremony was very beautiful. And the first, it was two ceremonies, one Friday night and one Saturday night. And the first one was very beautiful. Well, wasn't well, yeah, it was beautiful, but um, basically, I didn't really, I was seeing like a lot of like hallucinating images and things like that. Very beautiful, very beautiful. I was seeing like just different things, like just little like small things, but nothing like really intense. It was just kind of like flashes of visions, like really pretty things, like different animals. I was seeing like highways and like palm trees and like sitting under palm trees and things like that. But there was no real like things coming up for me to work on. It was just kind of like sitting in those like really beautiful imageries and things like that. And I was trying to like, just focus my mind, okay, let's, the shaman like noted not to get too caught up in like, the imagery, and to kind of really let the visions flow, and then if something sticks, let it, let that vision play out, because that's make something be something you need to see. So I was trying to really do that, and nothing was coming up for me. And so I went up, I got a second cup, I got a third cup, and nothing out. And I started, feeling really bad. I was like, yo, how broken are you that like this medicine, this sacred plant medicine, can't even help you like do anything. And I started like really like, oof, like I felt so small, I felt so unworthy, I felt so like, like horrible. I was like, oh my, like my blanket was laid out. We were on like those inflatable mats, like the size of a yoga mat pretty much, but I had like this really big quilt for like a full size bed, and it was like kind of covering like a pretty big section of the floor. And I started pulling it in, and I started like curling it up and like curling up in a ball. And I was like, who are you to take up so much space? Like, like really like I felt so small, I felt so unworthy, I felt so, like so broken, so hurt, so sad. So, you know, um, and I love crystals. So I had a crystal with me. I forgot the name of it, but it was like a really pretty rainbow one that I have over there. Um, but I started holding it really tightly, and I was like, oh, like is this all like fake? Like I've done so much work, like spiritually trying to heal myself. Like this has to be real. Like I was really questioning my faith. And I was like, oh my God, like I need this to be real. I've invested so much time, so much energy, so much emotions, so much money, you know, in these things. I need this to be real. Like this can't all be just fake. And I was like holding my crystal so tightly. And I was really just questioning my faith. I started feeling myself losing faith. And, you know, after that, um the guy that was laying next to me, he had like, I don't know what it was called, but it's like one of the drums that you can like hit with the little mallets, and it's like very beautiful sound. If I figure out what it's called, I'll probably like put it in the comments or in the description or something like that. But he was playing it, and then when he stopped, he passed it to me. And I used to play, I used to be in band when I was in middle school and in elementary school. So I was looking at it, and it was like, I felt so so hesitant to like pick it up and play it, but I felt so called as well. So I picked up the mallet and I started like, hitting the drum and like playing it and like the rings, and like it felt like it was like kind of like releasing like all this tension that I had, um and I closed my eyes, when I was hitting it, and I saw like the most beautiful like imagery, these beautiful shapes, colors. Like I don't even know how to even describe what I was seeing. I don't even know what shapes they were. Like I don't know the colors that they were, like the dimensions of them. I don't even know. It was just so beautiful, and I felt my faith like literally being restored. Like it was like, no, this is all real. Like don't worry. Like I just felt it so much, and I kept like playing, and I just felt oh my gosh. It just felt so beautiful. It just felt like, oh my lord. I can't even begin to describe how it felt. But so eventually I stopped playing the drum and I put it to the side, and everybody was like purging, because that's what happens. You like purge, up the emotions, or like things that have to be released from your energy, from your aura, things like that. You purge it up. um Throwing up, pooping, just like blah, but like energy, like literally it just feels like energy's coming out. Nothing comes out, but it feels like energy. Sweating. um what else was it? Yawning is a big one. Like so many different ways of purging, but I thought it was only throwing up. And I was like, I can't throw up. I don't know how to purge. And, I felt so stuck. I was like, I don't know how to release. I don't know how to move from this, stagnation. Okay, I see it's real, but I don't know how to get out of it. I don't know how to get out. And then everything just got quiet. Like the shamans were playing music, and then, it got quiet. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I could feel myself like needing to ask for help. And I started like mouthing my life coach's name. Her name is Diana, and I was saying it, but not words. And I was like trying so hard to like ask for help, and I felt like I couldn't, but I felt like something was waiting for me to like something was waiting for me to say like Diana out loud. And she was telling us, you guys, like if you guys need us, just say our names and we'll come, in the beginning of the ceremony. And then somebody was like, how will we know if we need you guys? And like the shaman was saying, his wife was saying, you basically just you'll know. Like you would try channeling the light and all these things, and you'll know when you need us. And I felt like I needed her at that time, and it was so difficult for me to like really call her name to ask for this help. And I finally was able to do it, and I was like, Diana. And she jumped up so quickly, almost as if she was like so happy, like so joyful, like so joyfully, so ready. And she ran to me so quickly, and she just hugged me. And she was telling me, she was like, it's okay, I'm right here, I've got you. And I was just like, so I was like, I don't know how to purge. I don't know. She was like, it's okay, you're doing a great job. There's no right or wrong way. It's not always vomiting or throwing up. Sometimes it's just crying. And I felt like, and that's all I could do was cry. And I was like, I don't want to wake anybody up. I don't want to cry too loud. I don't want to disturb other people. And she told me, she was like, you can cry as loud as you want. You can take up space. And then I thought of like when I was holding my blanket, and I was like, who are you to take up so much space? So to be told that, it was just so, it meant so much to me, like it just like, oh, it meant so much to me. It was so beautiful. And she sat with me for a while, and she saged me, and she was just hugging me and holding my hand and singing, and singing the songs that the shaman was singing, and just smiling. And she was just there, so happily there to be there for me. And I just felt like I felt the love, but I could feel myself, not fully allowing myself to feel it. I could feel myself trying to push it away still. So eventually, she told me, she was like, I'm more than happy to stay with you, but I also don't want to distract you from what it is that you really have to dive into and see. So would you like me to stay with you, or do you think you got this? And I was like, I got this, I'll be okay. So she went back to her mat. She gave me a hug and she went back to her mat, and she told me that I got this, and the rest of the night was pretty, was not as intense. That was pretty much it. And it made me realize, like how I tend to compare my journey to other people, and, it was like, my journey is my journey, I don't have to purge, physically throw up to, know that I'm releasing. I don't have to, do all these things that other people are doing to know that my journey is valid for me. You know, and it made me realize that, the medicine was working that entire time. She was showing me like how unworthy I really felt. Like she was showing me all these like deep, like, all this time I thought I was, I was doing great. I mean, not great. I was doing good. I was like working on self love, affirmations, things like that. Really trying to, build myself up. But I didn't realize how much was still so like, no, you're not deserving. You're not worthy of anything. I didn't realize how much was still there and how much was still present in me. Oof, until that day, until that moment that made me really realize that. And then it's just such a beautiful, beautiful experience. And I'm honestly gonna do the second half. I'm probably gonna cut this into 2 videos because this is really long, and I don't think anybody's gonna sit through this whole thing and watch it. But yeah. So I'll put the second half, the second ceremony, in another video. If anyone has any questions, comment. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. If you want to like this video, I don't know how this goes. This is my first time posting posting a video like this, so I'm kind of nervous, but I'm also kind of excited. But yeah, peace and love be with everybody, and you are so worthy. You are so worthy. If you are feeling unworthy, you are so worthy. Trust and believe. You are so worthy. And I love you. And you are deserving of anything and everything you could ever desire. Everything you want. You're so deserving. You're so beautiful. And I love you so much. And I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, whatever time you're watching this. And just peace and love be with you all.